I guess that the first question that has to be made is why or how would you explain the whole decision of starting with a complete erasure of the previous phases of Cannibal Dominos? Erasure is only an interpretation of the fact that there's a certain refusal in the proposal to understand the physical presence or the physical continuity of objects as the moment of memory. So rather than erasing, what we've just done is removing the objects or the things. But the continuity cannot be based on those traces. A second element is the referencing. We are directly alluding to Walter Benjamin's last text, not the text that was lost in the border between France and Spain, but the thesis on history, and in particular the idea of the attempt to rescue the past against history, against the record. The third place had to probably break that chain, and erasing involved the hope of actually posing a question to the rest of the participants. They will, in one way or another, have to actually engage with the project in relation to this moment of emptiness. It seems to me that it's a very important part of the project of Bruce High Quality Foundation to involve a certain memory of the film avant-garde. The relation with Marker here is obvious. The cut of Chris Marker is there. But how is it that you deal with the film in relation to the project? Is it an intellectual road movie? You ask about the film, and if it is a road movie, well, that brings in the question of their narrative, because at the end of the day, road films involve the idea that there's a certain story, no matter how fragmented. There's a beginning and an end in the road. But at the same time, although there's that narrative, there are lots of fragments. You have actually a bunch of people, 4 different people that are having cameras and are not actually subjecting themselves to a plan. They're bringing just the elements that they found interesting. So we're working on the basis of a certain interest on their side. So those sides are the ones that interrupt the narrative, and somehow the whole film is an attempt to balance those two things, the necessary linearity of the experience and the contradictory number of views. In that sense, there is a certain challenge in the film that also involves tension between what is seen and what is organized as history.